We've got the man and the woman who are of the same socioeconomic class and they get married together at 30. But what was she doing at 21, 22, 23? She was invoking her hypergamy and she was going out with the rich guy.
Guys in the drive-thru.
Yeah, but
I like those girls.
She's going out with the center fielder. Yeah. But what I'm saying is she had her fun and then settled for a guy in her socioeconomic class because he was rich.
Men fixate a lot on someone's past because they feel that another man can permanently taint a woman. You don't have that power.
You don't think
a man cannot permanently
damaged,
taint me?
But a lot of women are they've had relationships that have completely changed their personalities, the way they trust a man, the way they view men in general. I feel like you can be in a messed up relationship that can really mess you up.
But I feel like when it comes to past and a man focusing on what happened 5 years ago or what man you slept with or what guy you were with, that is thinking when this man stuck his penis in her, she no longer has value. We're the whores, but who are we all? But the truth of the matter is if you meet somebody that makes sense, whether they have a kid, whether they've been with someone publicly, why miss out on potential love of your life just because some guy dated her and it didn't work out?
That's probably the mature mindset.
The thing with Brittany Renner is when she says it, she even wrote a book training women how to trap men into these financial arrangements.
Lately, he's been like talking about how to treat a girl because he's dating a younger woman, right? And he's like, guys, if you don't give your girl like you need to cash app her. Like
I feel so bad for Kevin Gates.
Why is he doing that?
Because no one's taught him any other way. That's the problem. You know what I'm saying? Like that's the issue. No one taught him any other way. So he actually believes that that's the correct way to be. And like the other thing is like he got into a relationship with Brittany Renner and then showed her off at like a Lakers game because he thought he was going to be the one to change her because she wore a hijab. No, she's still Brittany Renner. That you don't cure the hijab did not cure her borderline personality disorder. That's not the issue. And so whenever I hear this, and it's always her with this like massive level of cope. No, that's not what Michael Porter Jr. is saying is absolutely correct. There can be men in your past, whether they did something wrong to you or not, that can create a traumatic issue that changes how you deal with relationships in the future. And her acting like that isn't real. It's just cope. And why is it cope? Because she's been with so many men and bragged about it. You guys want to look up the highlight reel of all the videos that Brittany Renner made back when she was like, I think she was in college and she was a track athlete or something like that. And she was saying the most heinous shit you could ever believe. And then in the end just thought, hey, I never forget this. She goes on Pearl Davis's show. She's sitting across from Andrew Tate, and she goes, I feel like I have a lot to contribute in this space. And I'm like, what in the blue fuck are you talking about? She doesn't. No, she doesn't. She was sitting there going on Danza Project, screaming on top of Charleston White, freaking out and screaming at him. No, she needs help. And the fact that people are looking up to her is scary. That's the issue. And so when I see this stuff, it kind of just drives me nuts. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this is who people want to look up to.
What help do you think she needs?
I think she needs probably gabapentin. She probably needs gabapentin. She probably needs some stuff for antipsychotics. We can show you. Can we pull up the video of her on with Charleston White screaming like she's possessed by a demon? I think she needs gabapentin. I think she needs some schizophrenic medication, and I think she needs cognitive behavioral therapy for the borderline personality disorder. We've got the man and the woman who are of the same socioeconomic class, and they get married together at 30. But what was she doing at 21, 22, 23? She was invoking her hypergamy, and she was going out with the rich guy.
Guys in the drive-thru.
Yeah, but I like those girls.
She's going out with the center fielder. But what I'm saying is she had her fun and then settled for a guy in her socioeconomic class because he was rich. And then you sit there and watch this whole thing. It's like, do you see assortative mating?
Well, see,
because after she got through with all of her fun, then she married and settled this guy. There, proves assortative mating. And there's no hypergamy. No, it's not
problem.
True.
And the problem is that whenever we use marriage as the metric for success of or failure of a particular idea or whatever the it is that they're trying to prove.
How about marriage to a good woman who doesn't cheat on you?
It's the 21st century. We are 25 years into the 21st century. Using marriage as a litmus test for the success is like over. That is a dead fucking meme. If you're going to say this is indicative of a natural evolved mating strategy, and you're going to tell me that rich guys are going to select based on socioeconomic status and not how hot that chick is and how good she fucks, get the fuck out of here. That does nothing to address the idea of, well, once again, dual mating strategy, or what men find attractive and arousing and what women find attractive and arousing. Okay. So when you're approached in the club by when you're dancing at the club and you're approached by very rich men, that's because they want to be there. They want to get with you. Are they going to marry you? Are they going to have a relationship and I don't know, maybe on some rare occasions, but what they want to do, what their biological evolved impulses are, give them a proclivity to do, is to go to the club and say hot ass in front of them.
Go ahead.
That's what they're doing.